Hello everyone, I'm San. What does it mean not to depend on others for your happiness? What does emotional independence mean? It means you are the one who decides. It's not about how others treat you. I believe your happiness or sadness is your decision, not dependent on someone giving you a gift to make you happy or treating you badly to make you sad. Sometimes, if someone treats you badly, you should be happy because you've seen their true colors. Is silence in love frightening? Sometimes, when we're too angry, it's best to do nothing. I think we should be silent at that very moment, just for that moment. But prolonged silence, like for a few days or even a whole week, can truly destroy a relationship. We should only stay silent if our next words would hurt the person we love. Afterwards, we still need to sit down and resolve the issue together. Ideally, arguments and disagreements should be resolved before we go to sleep. That's the best way. Don't let it drag on for days or a week. Resolve it right away. But in the most intense moments of anger, it's good to be silent to give each other a certain calm. As for those immature young men who tend to disappear, they go silent and vanish, looking for other pleasures. Don't even bother loving that type, they're too childish. A real man solves problems. When choosing a man to love, choose someone who resolves issues. He should be capable of solving the problems you face. He needs to be clear-headed. Girls tend to be more emotional. Between men and women, I still choose girls as those who are more forgiving and emotional. This doesn't mean men are bad, but their nature is often to do more of what they like. When choosing a partner, you should be a bit firm. You should choose someone who loves you. Girls, I'm sharing this from the bottom of my heart. Choose someone who loves you. If you choose someone who doesn't love you and is poor, he will go looking for someone who loves him instead. If you choose someone who can't even say, "I'm sorry," can't even step up to solve problems, just lets the relationship drift aimlessly, doesn't care about hurting you, and even leaves you crying in secret at night. So I'm telling you honestly, sometimes in life, you have to be a bit clear-headed. You have to be smart. Otherwise, you're the one who will suffer the consequences. You're the one who will get tired. You are the one who decides how to live your life. Whether you want to live happily or not is up to you. If you meet a bad person and still love them, that's on you. I always prioritize girls because girls, as part of our generation of women, suffer many disadvantages, so many disadvantages. From those around us, from everyone. That's just how it is. Things have to be this way. Choose a good person to love, choose someone who is good to you. I've said it again and again, over and over, yet you still get involved with guys who don't love you. It's so frustrating. Don't message me asking for relationship advice. All my answers will be break up. It's up to you whether you listen or not. Why, you ask? Because when you ask others for advice, you only want sympathy. You only want someone to agree with your desires. You don't want the truth. You don't want reality. You don't want good advice for yourself. You just want advice that will soothe your inner self. That's why I won't answer any relationship advice questions. I'm serious. It's all just break up. Why? Because if you two can't solve your love problems together and need a third person involved, you just want to hear what you want to hear. So in summary, choose a good person to love. Don't be too rigid. Choose a good person to love. And if you want to have clarity and precision in life, focus on yourself. Focus on completing yourself. Girls make money. What do you think money is for? Money is so you don't covet other people's money. We often think that rich people are, oh, we must marry them because they have money and we don't care if they're good to us or not. Because we don't have money, we think rich people will be good for us, but that's not necessarily true. They have to be good to you. How can you think buying designer handbags is happiness? After wearing them for a few days, you'll get bored. They're just objects, just products. After a few days, you'll want another pair. So, what's the core issue here, everyone? Earn money, be financially independent. Live freely and comfortably. Care for your family. When we have money, we can handle financial issues for our family, for instance. We can buy things our mothers like, give gifts to relatives, help them, help those around us. We can use money to help people less fortunate than us. We can bring many things. We have knowledge, we can share it with others. Don't sit there suffering because of some guy who doesn't love you, okay? You need to understand your own worth so much that others value you. If some guy doesn't treat you like anything, and you sit there wasting time lamenting over him, then ask yourself, with the kind of love you're capable of, why are you sad over someone who doesn't love you? No, you absolutely can't do that. There's a very important rule in life, everyone. It's the one-day rule. You might have heard of it, but this is a bit different. This one-day rule means that if something sad happens, you dedicate one day to crying. But there's another point. When we achieve success, experience happiness, gain recognition, or achieve anything, don't rest on your laurels. Use only one day to be happy, only one day to celebrate, and then return to living a normal life. Don't be overly sad about anything, and don't be overly joyful about any achievement in life. This will help you tremendously. Most of us, especially young people, tend to be either too happy or too sad. If something good happens, like being praised or getting an award, we act like we're the best in the world. If we achieve something like saving hundreds of millions or buying 4 houses, we become arrogant, thinking, I'm the queen of everything, I'm invincible, I'm so good, I'll surely do this or that. Or, if we're too sad, just one little thing like a breakup, and it's, oh no, my life is over. I can't live without him, I'll die, what is that? When you're still young, around my age, if you know this one-day rule, it means you'll know the stopping point for everything. Not too sad, not too happy. Then nothing can defeat you except for severe illnesses or natural disasters. Nothing can kill you. I can start everything over from scratch if I lose everything. I can come back to being a normal person, even when I already have so much in life. It's a cycle, so don't rest on your laurels and don't be overly sad about the sorrows that happen. Life goes on, it just keeps going, everyone. In fact, you yourselves might have seen, for example, I've participated in interviews where people ask about my achievements. Why, you ask? Because when people write an article, they often need a really catchy headline. For example, a girl who earns hundreds of millions a month, or a girl who owns a collection of designer handbags, or a girl with unlimited positive energy. They'll create sensational headlines like that to attract many readers. But when people ask me, what's your biggest achievement? I say, I don't really have any achievements. If you ask about the numbers, yes, I have about 400,000 followers on YouTube, but for me, that's not an achievement. I don't have any achievements at all. I answer that way, not in that exact tone, but more politely. I say, I feel I don't have any achievements. I'm still striving to live happily, and living happily every day is the biggest achievement of my life. But think about it, for articles like that, who would care? People only care about, how much money do you earn a month? Or, are you marrying a rich man or not? For example, if you Google my name, San Nguyen, you might find an article from a particular newspaper. I really like that paper. They genuinely focus on inner values. It's just a small news channel, but they truly focus inward, and they did an interview with me that I really liked. You can search San Nguyen on Google, and you'll see that article first. But other news sites wouldn't praise me because I don't have sensational headlines. I don't need sensational headlines, and I don't care about that. We don't need sensational headlines. We need to live in the present. And remember the one-day rule to keep everything balanced. That's how it is, everyone. Yesterday might have been very sad, but today, life continues. Perhaps at slightly different levels, we can apply it to smaller scales. For example, a week is a lot, you know. You can be sad for a week, or you can relax and have fun for a week. But then, return to your work desk, return to continue living life like a normal person. Nothing is over. Youth is a time for love. Young love is wonderful. It's very innocent. We should love each other when we are young. Later, when we get older like me now, that innocence is gone for sure. Now, love would be more mature, and it would lose that cute innocence of the past. It's getting late, almost 10 p.m. I really want to share more with you, especially about social issues. I love talking about social issues. When you look at the world more broadly, you'll see our country is very small. It has its unique characteristics of being small, but there are also problems occurring, definitely. To follow the right path, you certainly need the right direction for each individual. We ourselves need to find our own right path in this life. Don't be controlled by others. Don't be controlled by the media. Don't be controlled by your surroundings. Focus on your biggest life purpose and just live by that. Sometimes it might not be recognized by others. Sometimes it might not be grand. But just focus on the core values of the issue, and if you believe it's right, just keep striving and moving forward with it. Because society is also developing, life is gradually improving, and people's knowledge is slowly increasing. But it will still take decades, many, many years for sure. However, we should be among the first to start, so we don't follow the social problems, we don't follow what's called herd mentality. We must have our own thoughts, our own path, and our own righteousness. That's what truly helps us lead meaningful lives. Goodbye, my loves. Good night, everyone. Remember the one-day rule, okay? Bye-bye, love you.